Hey guys, this is going to be a simple little tutorial and I'm going to take you through it from start to finish. I would show you the results, but it's so quick and easy that I'll just let you wait and see. Select circle. Let's create a little circle here. Like so. Okay, now what we're going to do is move the circle down to the bottom left of the screen like this. Right here. Now you want to go up and select the Make Particles button. And that will turn your circle into particles. You can't tell it yet because we're not playing the project. Now make sure your newly created particle object is selected and it's moved down to the left bottom of the canvas. Let's jump to frame 150 and this is what we got. Okay, so now let's go to our emitter tab, open our project. Our emitter tab is selected. Now I want to hit the D key and open the dashboard. And I'm going to adjust the live to about 4.5. And I'm going to adjust this emitter range like this right here. Just copy me. And that looks about right there. Now in the color under here under emitter, I'm going to go from original to pick from range. And I'm going to select burnt ember. Now on frame 150 this is what we got. Okay, so now this is where we got to talk about fixed resolution, because the last few steps involve throwing a couple of filters on our particles, and before we move on we got to talk about fixed resolution in 2D groups, because by default groups in motion, they auto size themselves to the size of their contents, and in order to see this happen you got to select the parent group of the particle emitter and press the play button, and you'll notice that the bounding box of the group is constantly changing size as particles are born. Now this is great because the contents of a group can move around or change sizes, and you're not constantly having to manually resize the group. There are sometimes though that when you want a group to stay fixed, for example if you're applying filters that has a center point to an always changing group, the center point of the filter moves around. So enabling fixed resolution for the groups turns off the auto sizing and fixes it to a specified size, so filters that have center points don't wiggle around. So select your group, and under the Groups tab of the inspector hit fixed resolution. Okay, now in the layers list, let's move on. In the layers list, select your original layer, and from the filters toolbar we're going to add distortion sphere. So add filter, distortion sphere. Now that gives us this sphere. I'm going to move the center point here down to the bottom right of the canvas like that right there. Now that we have our particles in 3D, we're going to make them glow. So let's select the original group again, add filter, glow, light rays, and let's move the center point of the light rays down to the bottom right corner. Okay, now in the layers list, let's select the original group again. In the inspector, select the filters tab. Okay, and under the light rays, the amount we're going to put 145. The glow, we're going to make it 6. And the expansion we're going to make 0. Like that right there. Now let's adjust the particle source's shape a little bit. Just select the shape, the original shape, like that right there. And let's change the fill mode shape to gradient. So let's shape, color, gradient. Let's select our burnt ember again. Now I'm going to change the feather to about 35. If you want to change the gradient color, you can. You can pick, say, light metal, and now we have this burning type of look. Okay. So now after you change your feather to 35, we're going to add another filter, distortion, insect eye. Okay, this will bring up your insect eye inspectors. Okay. Now we're going to set the size to 45, the refraction to 3. And the border size to 4. Now we're going to change the birth rate. So let's select our particle emitter and go to our emitters tab. Okay, in the cell controls, we'll set the birth rate to 55. Now let's play back our project. Now as you can see, we have a pretty cool looking little effect here. It's really simple to change things around. If you replace the sphere filter with a ring warp filter and you lower the shape feather value, you can get a whole different effect. So let me play this back here. Set my endpoint and hit play. And we have this neat little effect that I'm sure you can find ways to apply it to other things or use it just how it is. So I hope you've learned something, guys, and we'll see you next time.